What is economics? The term economics comes from ancient Greek oikonomia, management of a household, from oikos, house, plus nomos, custom or law, hence, rules of the household. Economics is a social science that deals with the proper allocation of scarce or limited resources to satisfy the unlimited human wants and needs. It is also the study of how people choose to use resources. There are 10 basic principles of economics, but in this video, I will only discuss the 4 principles of decision making. The first is people face trade-offs. Resources are scarce, refers to scarcity at the moment of choice, not over time. Seemingly trite, frequently ignored. Because of scarcity, people face trade-offs. Human action is powerful. People face choices among alternatives.
Why? I have to study for a test tomorrow, but I'm just sleepy. I'll just go to bed.
Bob, I told you not to sleep. I thought you had to study for economics test tomorrow.
Leave me alone. I'm too tired.
You're going to sacrifice a whole lot of your study time just to take a nap.
Do we even have a sense of trade-offs?
What's that? Is that something you eat? Num num.
I thought you took economics. Not impressed.
Dude, I still have dozens of hours. Why is you serious?
Don't expect to survive school without taking responsibility. No free lunch.
Well, I can buy one now. Here you go. That was so mean. I thought you wanted best for your brother.
Of course, this was just for you, so you could wake up. A perfect example of efficiency.
Very impressive. You have no sense of equality. Why do you have to be the one that always slapsticks me? You should probably get kicked along with Voldemort.
Whatever, you should admit you have already procrastinated enough and that this is your last chance.
But...
No, your argument is invalid. Turn into a panda, or fail the classes. It's all up to you. I don't care whatever you do now. I'm just going to sleep. I don't even need to waste my time helping someone that doesn't give efforts. Now you need to remember, by sleeping now, not only you will lose the time to study, but also take away my time. I will not listen to your snoring for hours. Goodbye.
Oh my gosh, this is all messed up. Maybe I really should study for sake of my grades. I don't want to make Mrs. Hale mad. Hope she's not hearing this right now. Why did I Facebook yesterday? Why did I play World of Craft? I'm so stupid. Oh, whatever. I have 2 more hours before schools. It's okay, Bob. You can do it. There'll be sun tomorrow, so let's go! LOL!
People have free will. The second is the cost of something is what you give up to get it. The opportunity cost of an action is the value of the next best alternative foregone. Example, the true cost of going to college.
The cost of something is what you give up to get it. Jen Nascimento is a college junior and an English major. She's made the choice to go to college for 4 years. So what's the cost of her college education? There's the cost of tuition and the cost of buying books.
But in fact, one of the biggest costs of going into college is the fact that you spend your time there, and what you're giving up to go to college is the lost wages that you could have otherwise earned. So thinking about the cost, we shouldn't think of just the out-of-pocket cost. We need to think of the full opportunity cost, which means everything you've given up, including the wages from that job that you couldn't take.
Nothing comes for free. Our time is worth something. If you decide that you're going to go to a ball game, you're going to give up something. What are you going to give up? Well, what else could you have done with those 3 hours? Perhaps you could have worked at a McDonald's and earned $15. Perhaps you could have written a prize-winning paper or painted a prize-winning painting and made thousands of dollars. Or perhaps you could have had a nice cup of tea with your grandmother. There are trade-offs there. The cost of doing anything is what do you give up by doing it? And students always need to keep that in mind as they budget their time.
The opportunity cost of going to college varies for different students. For Jen and most students, the cost is relatively low, since the likely alternative is a low-paying entry-level job.
Julian Blanks, cross half court, taken away by Kobe Bryant, who is going to go the distance up and slams it home.
But for a star high school athlete like Kobe Bryant, the opportunity cost of going to college was much higher.
Perhaps the clearest example of opportunity cost comes in the case of athletes who are so good they can go straight from high school into the pros. What is the opportunity cost of going to college for someone like that? Well, take Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was a star high school basketball player with the opportunity to go into the pros for several $1 million a year. If he decided to go to college instead, he would have had to give up that several $1 million a year salary. That's a very, very large opportunity cost. It's not surprising that athletes like that decide often not to pay the opportunity cost and to go straight into professional athletics.
The third is the rational people think at the margin. People think and act in terms of discrete units, not absolute quantities. There are two definitions of margin. The first is marginal benefit, the benefit of the marginal units. Second, marginal cost, the cost of the marginal unit. Example, studying for an exam.
Individuals make choices and trade-offs based on comparisons. When they are trying to decide what is the best choice, depends on those comparisons, one alternative versus the other. Let's think about ordering some fast food. If you go to a restaurant and they have the combo number one, and the combo number one includes a hamburger and some French fries, and the price is $10, then you can take a look at the combo number two. And the combo number two includes the hamburger and the fries and a milkshake, and it's $13. So immediately when you think about it, you say, well, what I'm going to get from those extra $3? A milkshake. So that extra unit of food is going to cost me $3. So the question you're trying to answer is that milkshake worth $3 for me or not? And then you make your choice, you make your decision of combo number one versus combo number two. That's thinking at the margin. At the margin means to think about the next increment, the next unit, that relatively small change, the net addition or subtraction when I make a choice. Marginal thinking helps us understanding puzzles such as why diamonds are so much more expensive than water, given that water is indispensable and essential for life. Right? And their answer is that the marginal utility of water compared to the marginal utility of diamonds decreases way faster. Think about the first glass of water if you're thirsty, very satisfying. Think about the second one. Think about the 20th or 50 glasses of water. Maybe you will be not that happy of getting that 50 glass of water. I don't think about diamonds. What is the marginal utility of that extra unit of diamonds? Right? Probably will not decrease at all. Right? Probably will even increase. What I'm trying to say here is that if you compare the value of the extra unit of water versus the value of the extra unit of diamonds, it is obvious why diamonds are much more expensive than water. Individuals make choices at the margin all the time. This is part of the way we think, even though we don't notice, right? But not only individual decisions such as buying combo number one and combo number two are made thinking at the margin. Business also make decisions with this way of thinking. For example, if a business wants to hire an extra employee, they think exactly about the same way. How much is going to cost me that extra employee? Well, it's going to cost me his or her salary. Well, now I need to compare it versus what? How much is going to produce? What is going to be the value added for having an extra employee? What is his or her marginal production? And then, of course, if his or her marginal production is larger than how much I'm going to pay his or her marginal cost, then it's a good business decision to hire that extra person. These basic tools such as incentives matter, opportunity cost, and thinking at the margin are not substitute. They complement each other. They are intertwined in the way economists see the world. Thus, when somebody is deciding about the combo 1 versus the combo 2 and thinking, should I get the milkshake that is worth for me $3 more? She's not only thinking about that extra pleasure that the milkshake is going to give her, but about the opportunity cost of using those $3 to buy that milkshake. And what is the alternative use of those $3? Maybe some popcorn at the movies, maybe candy at the movies, or what have you, right? So at the same time that is thinking at the margin, is thinking at the opportunity cost of that money, how to allocate those resources. So we do that all the time. For a public official, it might be the case that marginal analysis don't come that naturally because there's not that attachment. However, it should, because still there is an alternative use of those public funds. So a public official should think, if I allocate these resources in this project, how much I'm going to get out of it. And maybe I'm not going to get enough, and I should invest that money in somewhere else.
The fourth is people respond to incentives. First, incentives compensation. Incentive compensation, auto safety and driving habits, alternate models of behavior. Example, happy is productive model, good citizen model, product of the environment model.
Hey, Cam.
Hey, what's up?
I got a date tonight, man. You think I can borrow some of your Calvin Klein cologne upstairs?
Nah.
What about if I said you could wear my sunglasses all day tomorrow?
Nah.
And I'll throw in my computer.
Nah.
Sunglasses, computer, and the brand new ping pong paddle.
Nah. Nah.
What if I threw in the guitar?
Nah.
Baseball.
Nah.
Tennis racket.
Nah.
Teapot.
Nah.
Skimboard.
Nah.
Giant.
Nah.
Authentic. What about a
Nah.
ladybug timer? Final offer.
Okay.
I guess people do respond to incentives.
These are the 4 principles of decision making. Thank you for watching.